Okay, in this video we're going to go over what should be on your invoice summary. Okay, so this is the invoice page, right? So it is highlighted on your control bar as invoice. And then this is a summary. You should know that everything you put in this summary is customer facing. So it should have three things. It should have, okay, I'm going to be editing what's currently here. This is kind of super funny because the person that is actually on this job as I record this doesn't know I'm going to do this. But this is improper. Not bad, but improper. So purpose for today's visit, and then you use the customer's language. So some switches work and some don't kind of work, you know, so that sounds like something a customer would say. You reference it exactly how they said it when you walked in the house and said, hey, how can I help you? And then they said to you whatever they said. I have some switches that work and some don't, and some add kind of work and blah, blah, blah. That's what you would paraphrase there. Now this is typical where I would see something. This is actually a little better than I would normally see because they don't list the faults sometimes. But then they use technical language. Okay, so neutrals and ground under the same lug, no surge protection. So I'm going to edit these, okay? So I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to delete that, right? Because that said, and I do this on purpose. I would be like, hey, there is a safety fault in voltage distribution system. Okay, and then I would explain to him this customer to what I found, right? So safety fault, no surge protection. Okay, and this is an electrical call, obviously. So that is actually a design fault. I don't care if you use safety fault there either. In whole home surge protection system. Okay. Now you should use language just like they're going to see on their invoice. You know, they're going to see us or their estimates. They're going to see surge protection, whole home surge protection. See, these things will start to line up, right? You should also be ranking these in the order of importance. Okay, so like the safety fault where there's switches that are broke, right? So like I would actually edit that because that sounds super important. I would put in here mechanical fault in voltage control systems. Okay, so he said multiple switches weren't working. Those are called voltage control systems. So I would put in there, you have mechanical faults, a mechanical fault and some voltage control systems. And then a safety fault, all devices are backstabbed. Okay, so that would be again a design or safety. I'm fine with that. We can use safety again. Safety fault in whole home electrical distribution. So that is the main panel system, right? It's like that is exactly what that is. So since that's where the problem is happening, and I need to isolate that they are double tapped or whatever, that is what I would explain to a customer, right? So if you think of a lot of these things like a menu on a restaurant menu, right? It might say that there's like I'll just use McDonald's, right? Like, cause it's real quick and easy, and everyone remembers it. Like a Big Mac, right? Well, what is really a Big Mac? You know, is that so you isolate what it really is, and then let the customer ask you, like, hey, what is a Big Mac? And then you get to describe what that is. So, like, hey, what is a safety fault in my whole home electrical distribution system? Well, you have some systems that are double tapped on the back side of there, and that's actually like they should be done individually like this, and that's a huge safety concern and could cause other appliances to fail and things, and that's where you go into your presentation. Okay, then the other one is solution accepted today and then whatever option name they picked. Okay, so like I'll quickly do this one. I was not at this customer's house. I'll go to the control bar. I'll look at the estimate. I will scroll down. It says here that the basic solution was selected because it's got that green bar, sold for this job. So then this is where I put this. I just put this here, basic. And that is how each invoice should look. It should have three things: the purpose of today's visit, and then use their language. You should list all of their faults in the order of importance, and then you should list the solution accepted today. Now, if they didn't have faults, this is where you could let someone know that they have design issues or safety concerns, opportunities for improvement, and then the solution accepted. If someone didn't have anything, you could put on here none, right? Like you could put on there none. Remember, this is customer facing, so it should look pretty. Like it should look spelled correctly. So you saw me when I was typing in there where I had some words that were wrong, and I had to hit the replace button, and then it should have formal kind of language in there with a punctuation and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I can't edit that to make that kind of a uniform deal where it would already be programmed in there. So you're going to have to get used to doing it this way. If you have any questions, consult with any one of your coaches.